What
Yeah.
would a servant leader be doing that a non-servant leader, if I can say that as a term, be doing differently, right? So what would 2 or 3 things could be to differentiate them?
So from my experience, and I've worked with people who are servant leaders, I worked with people who are not. And I know this, and I don't want to make just a blanket statement and say that if you're not a servant leader, you don't care about people. But what I have seen in my experience is that people who are not practicing the tenets of servant leadership see the employees that they serve as more of an expendable product or a product to meet an end versus seeing people for who they are as a person who, yes, is there to help the organization move forward, but we also want to be able to use the organizational resources and our resources to help that person grow, not just for the sake of moving the organization forward, but for the sake of that person themselves. And what I've found is that people who don't practice a leadership style have everything centered around the growth of the organization, which isn't bad. You want the organization to grow and be successful. But on the flip side, we want the people within the organization, the employees, to be growing and be successful. And that, to me, is where the servant leadership piece comes into play versus other forms of leadership styles.